Hi everyone! Today we're going to talk about some amazing mysterious events, from dragons flying in the sky, giant wolves in the forest, to the water monster in Alaska, and even the ancient sword stuck in a stone in a river. These stories are both mysterious and full of scientific explanations. Let's unravel these mysteries together and find out what's real and what's not. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment telling me which mysterious phenomenon you most want to uncover.
Do you believe in dragons?
Haha, that's a very direct and interesting question. Honestly, if you mean the legendary dragons that breathe fire and soar across the skies, I'm afraid I have to shake my head. After all, those are creatures from myth, and there's no concrete evidence for their existence in reality. However, a video circulating online recently has sparked a lot of curiosity and discussion, raising the question, maybe the dragons in myths aren't entirely fictional?
Are you talking about the video from August 2020, taken in a city in Xinjiang, showing a building explosion?
Said that this mysterious footage was filmed in August 2020 near a residential building under construction in Xinjiang. Suddenly, an unidentified flying object streaked across the sky, followed by a massive fireball. Once the footage surfaced, it immediately triggered widespread discussion and attention online. In the video, the flying object appears mysterious, its outline resembling a gigantic dragon with wings spread wide, swiftly gliding across the sky. Some viewers even exclaimed that it seemed to breathe fire. Although the footage is not very clear, this phenomenon does evoke images of dragons from ancient legends, sparking endless imagination about the existence of mysterious creatures.
So, is it real? Or just another online hoax?
Let's stay calm and analyze this viral video carefully. Wildlife expert Dr. Stephanie Schittler provided a professional opinion after reviewing it. She pointed out that the so-called flying dragon does not flap its wings but simply glides slowly, which is very different from the flight behavior of real animals. Moreover, there are no clear body structures visible in the video, and it lacks the detailed features a real creature would have. Dr. Schittler speculated that this mysterious flying object is most likely not a living creature, but a large sheet of plastic or a tent blown by the wind. Such phenomena are not uncommon at construction sites. Lightweight materials can float in the air, casting eerie shapes that are easily mistaken for mysterious creatures or dragons. This expert assessment provides a reasonable and scientific explanation for the event.
What about that fireball? Could it be the dragon breathing fire?
Military expert Tim McMillan offered a professional opinion on the video. He believes that the so-called huge fireball could not possibly have been caused by a laser weapon. Although some people online speculated that China might be conducting some kind of laser experiment, trying to create an instant explosion with high-tech weaponry, McMillan pointed out that the weather conditions at the time were extremely unfavorable. There was rain and fog on site, which would greatly reduce the penetration and energy transmission of any laser.
Then what was it really?
Video analysis expert Michael Primo, after careful examination, found that the explosion of the fireball actually occurred after the flying object passed through the building. In other words, there was no direct causal relationship between the flying object and the fireball. This key finding suggests that the fireball may have been purely coincidental, not caused by a mysterious creature or extraterrestrial phenomenon. Even more noteworthy, there is a distinct white flash in the video, which is usually a sign of editing, suggesting that someone may have deliberately manipulated the footage during post-production to create or enhance a mysterious effect, increasing the dramatic tension of the event. Additionally, Chinese official media also investigated the incident. Their report indicated that the fireball was actually an electrical explosion caused by lightning striking nearby high-voltage power lines, a natural and reasonable explanation that has nothing to do with the alleged flying object.
So what's the conclusion?
Truth behind this video is actually quite simple. The flying object is fake. The so-called flying dragon was just plastic sheets or tents blown by the wind, while the huge fireball was an electrical explosion caused by lightning striking high-voltage power lines. In other words, no mysterious creature appeared at all. Everything was a combination of natural phenomena and visual misperception. Both expert analyses and official reports confirm this. This video is clearly a typical pianju or hoax.
Wow, I see. Let's move on to another story. Have you heard about the giant wolf in Saskatchewan, Canada?
Of course. That sighting was truly astonishing. In September 2018, a fishing guide spotted a mysterious black furry creature deep in the forest. First glance, it looked like a small bear, but when it stood up, its height was nearly 3 times that of a regular dog, and its massive size was shocking. Even more impressive, when the creature charged at a nearby barking dog, the sheer presence and power it displayed left people completely dumbfounded.
Is this the legendary monster wolf, or is there a scientific explanation?
This is where it gets really interesting. Renowned folklorist Ken Gerhardt points out that astonishing legends about giant blood wolves are found all over the world. These mysterious creatures appear in similar forms and stories across different cultures. For example, in France's Gévaudan region, there are legends of huge, ferocious wolves terrorizing the forests. In faraway Alaska, the indigenous peoples tell stories of the Amarak, also a massive and extremely fierce blood wolf. Even more surprisingly, Canada's Nahanni Valley has the Wahila legend, describing an unusually large wolf-like creature. These legends seem to transcend geography and culture, reflecting a shared human imagination and awe toward these mysterious giant beasts.
So could this wolf be a descendant of prehistoric giant wolves?
Theoretically, the enormous creature captured in the video could exist. However, wildlife biologist Dr. Stephanie Schuttler remains skeptical, believing the footage may have been created using CGI effects. Yet, video analysis expert Michael Primo, after careful examination, found no obvious signs of post-production, forcing us to reconsider the footage's authenticity. Ultimately, biologist Floyd Hayes conducted an in-depth analysis of the video and concluded that it is not a mythical monster, but an extremely rare giant gray wolf. Estimates suggest that the wolf stands about 3 feet tall, approximately 90 centimeters, and reaches a total length of 6.5 feet, about 2 meters, making it larger than an average adult human male and one of the largest gray wolves on record.
So it's not a monster, just an exceptionally large individual.
Exactly. This giant gray wolf is not a supernatural creature, but rather an extreme example within its species. Its unusually large size far exceeds that of a typical gray wolf. This rare phenomenon likely results from the wolf living as a lone animal, developing its own small territory or solitary domain over time. The solitary lifestyle of this wolf has allowed it to develop unique adaptive strategies in the natural environment. This not only accounts for its remarkable size but also makes it an important component of the ecosystem. Although individuals like this are rare, they do exist in the wild, challenging our traditional understanding of the size and behavior of wildlife.
Speaking of monsters, have you heard about that strange aquatic creature in Alaska's China River?
Haha, you must be talking about the mysterious creature Craig McKay spotted in 2016. At the time, he saw a massive figure by the river, about 20 to 25 feet long, roughly 6 to 7.5 meters, moving upstream in the water. The sight was both shocking and almost unbelievable. This sighting immediately drew a lot of attention and discussion. Some speculated it might be an unknown aquatic creature, even linking it to legendary water monsters. Craig's description and the video he recorded quickly went viral online, becoming a hot topic.
Could it really be a water monster? Does Alaska folklore mention anything like that?
In the Inuit culture of North America, there's a legendary long serpent-like creature called the Tizarok. Said to have an elongated body and is often seen near lakes and rivers. There are even tales claiming it could snatch people from bridges or canoes, giving it a strong aura of mystery. This creature holds an important place in local folklore and features prominently in many stories, inspiring both fear and curiosity. Additionally, Alaska's Lake Iliamna is said to be home to a water monster called the Jignac. This creature is reported to be about 10 to 30 feet long, roughly 3 to 9 meters, and fish-like in appearance, with many eyewitness accounts claiming to have seen it. The existence of the Jignac has sparked numerous explorations and studies, with videos and reports attempting to capture this mysterious aquatic being.
So, is it a real creature?
Through professional analysis by marine biologist Dr. Shay Conger, the truth behind the viral video has finally been revealed. The so-called giant creature does not actually exist. Dr. Conger noted that the object in the video showed no signs of active swimming. Instead, it appeared to be frozen ropes or fishing nets swaying with the current, creating a visual illusion that made it look like a massive marine animal. This phenomenon is actually quite common, especially in cold waters. When nets and ropes freeze, they lose elasticity and slowly sway with the water flow, easily misleading observers. Under certain angles and lighting, these natural objects can take on unexpected shapes, making it seem as though one is witnessing a mysterious giant sea creature.
So it was just a frozen rope. Seems like there are quite a few misidentifications in water monster sightings,
Yes. Although many mysterious images are later confirmed by experts to be misunderstandings or natural phenomena, there are still some sightings that remain unexplained, leaving plenty of mysteries. These unsolved cases continue to capture the attention of researchers and enthusiasts, inspiring curiosity and exploration of the unknown.
Let's switch scenery. What about the sword in Bosnia's Verbas River? Some say it's King Arthur's Excalibur.
In October 2019, archaeologist Ivana Ponzig discovered an astonishing ancient sword deep in the river. The sword was embedded in a rock at a depth of about 36 feet, roughly 11 meters. Remarkably, the blade's surface was well preserved, with a metallic sheen almost as if it had been recently forged, and the details were clearly visible, as though time had stood still for it. However, professional authentication and dating tests revealed that the sword dates back several centuries, bearing witness to the brilliance and mystery of ancient civilizations.
Could it really be the legendary King Arthur's sword?
It's impossible to equate this sword with King Arthur's legendary Excalibur. According to authoritative museum assessments, the sword dates to the 13th to 15th centuries, long after the era associated with Arthurian legend, roughly 1,000 years later. This completely rules out the possibility that it is Excalibur.
Then why is it embedded in a rock?
There is actually a reasonable historical explanation for why the ancient sword is stuck in the stone. From the Bronze Age to the Middle Ages, it was common across Europe to offer swords, armor, and other weapons as ritual sacrifices or votive offerings, placing them into rivers or lakes to show respect to the gods or seek divine protection. Archaeology frequently uncovers such practices, providing important insights into ancient culture and belief systems. This sword was likely one of those votive offerings thrown into the water. Over the centuries, river flow and sediment gradually encased the sword in rock and mud. Long-term natural processes made it appear as if the sword had been driven directly into stone, creating a mysterious and striking visual effect, though it is, in fact, the result of geological changes.
I see, so it's a geological phenomenon, not a miracle.
Exactly. While the discovery of this ancient sword reveals many clues about history and culture, its true owner remains a mystery. By analyzing the craftsmanship and materials, it's clear that this was no ordinary weapon. It belonged to someone of high status. The sword's exquisite construction and intricate details showcase the advanced forging techniques and meticulous workmanship of the time, carrying rich historical stories and symbolizing social rank. This sword likely belonged to a noble, a knight, or an important warrior. It represented status and power, as well as authority and honor. Its costly production and fine decoration reveal the respect and prestige of its owner in that society.
Wow, today we've talked about flying dragons, giant wolves, water monsters, and the sword in the stone. Each story is mysterious yet grounded in science.
That's the unique charm of history and nature. Humans have always been fascinated by the mysterious. Our curiosity drives exploration and the advancement of civilization. Many seemingly inexplicable phenomena, when carefully analyzed and scientifically verified, often have reasonable and convincing explanations, revealing the wonderful interplay of natural laws and historical truths. However, this doesn't mean all mysteries have been solved. In fact, countless unsolved enigmas still exist in the world, waiting for us to explore and unravel them with innovative thinking and advanced technology.
So, to summarize, the flying dragon was a hoax, the giant wolf is a real but unusually large gray wolf, the Alaska water monster was frozen ropes, and the sword is the result of natural geological processes.
Exactly, you've summarized it perfectly. The allure of mysterious stories lies in the way they keep us questioning, exploring, and learning.
Great! Next time, we'll continue exploring even more incredible phenomena. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave your thoughts. See you in the next episode.